because oftentimes you'll see a decrease in those self-injurious behaviors if they are given some mode to communicate. Next slide, 22, modifying your treatment. So what are we going to do in the therapy setting to modify our treatment? You're going to determine and sequence your target skills. So again, you're going to go back to your hierarchies. You're going to consult with your team. So that would be your family members, your special education specialists, anyone that's working with that child. You may need to use a wide variety of target behavior exemplars because with a child with developmental disability, they may not learn via one schema. You have to be able to switch gears and find the right track for them. Obviously, you're going to start on your hierarchy, so you're going to do your simple skills first, and you may need to use the shaping procedures that we talked about or successive approximation. Carefully look at your treatment stimuli. Look at what does this child need to be able to function in their home and their school environment. Things like, yes, as colors, is it important for them to know the colors? Maybe so, but is that going to affect their ability to function and meet their daily needs? I don't know. Start with the concrete objects rather than line drawings. So if you're using some pictures, use digital photos instead of a line drawing because digital photos are more meaningful to them. Use a lot of different stimuli and present things in different ways, but you have to be careful not to overwhelm the kids. Sometimes if you give them too much visual information, it just overwhelms them, and then they shut down because they can't process it all. Okay, how are we going to effectively instruct kids with modeling and prompting? You need to repeat your simple directions often, and you're going to give more models and prompts. The fading process will be one that is longer than if you were to be working with a child without developmental disabilities. And look at your consequences. Make sure they're functional and they're effective for that child. Got to find those right reinforcers. Also look at offering choices between different reinforcers, and remember that those primary reinforcers are definitely going to be more effective in those initial stages. Your program needs to be intensive, so you may only be working with that child for 20 minutes of a day, but you need to have the same type of treatment strategies throughout the day at different environments that they're in. So with the special education teacher, with the general classroom teacher, with the PE teacher, everyone that interacts with that child. See, structure, very important. And try to move as quickly as possible to a naturalistic situation. Children with developmental disabilities tend to have more difficulty generalizing the skills, so if you move to that natural situation, you're going to provide the child with more of an opportunity to generalize. And again, you need to be able to give frequent breaks to kids with developmental disabilities, and also give the child the ability to ask for a break as well. Other things that the text discussed would be the time delay procedure. So moving further with assessment and treatment modifications, you can delay your modeling and wait for a few seconds for the child to respond. It's been very effective. It's shown to be very effective in increasing spontaneous speech in children with autism, as well as other populations of children. Attempt to reduce those undesirable behaviors. Work with your team on ways to modify that behavior. And finally, you're going to plan for maintenance of the skills that you've taught. How are you going to maintain those? You're going to teach those target behaviors in various settings, like I talked about, so things can be generalized. You're going to involve family as much as possible, and again, collaborate with fellow instructors and therapists and family. Okay, that's the end for chapter 12. I believe I ran a little long, 56 minutes or so I will work really hard to limit my next lecture to 50 minutes. Thank you.